Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Fraser Field for the championship game of the second annual Dougie Mullins Memorial Tournament. Couldn't honor a nicer guy or a terrific gentleman. He left us way too soon at the age of 34. I said 32 before, it was 34. He grew up playing baseball. He played Wyoming, Little League, Babe Ruth, catcher for American Legion. He was a three-sport athlete, classical playing football, basketball, and baseball. He went to UMass Dartmouth. Fierce competitor. He coached American Legion baseball, St. Mary's freshman baseball, an assistant at Lynn English football. He was an assistant at Lynn English under Joe Caponigo, then became the head coach. He was a caring, fun-loving person. He touched so many, especially the young people that he coached, and you never graduated. You were still part of his family. Even after you left the program, you could come to him for anything, and he would help you with in any way he possibly could. He made a positive impact on many student athletes. The committee got together. Joe Caponigo thought it was nice. We had a little special preview last year of the tournament. We had it down in the third base dugout here at Fraser Field, and we had a lot of people, including the family, involved, and we talked about Dougie and previewed the tournament and got it going. Joe Caponigo thought it was a great idea to get going. The family got behind it. The family is working here at the park. They're collecting admission at the gate and selling T-shirts. All the money goes to scholarships. One player from each of the four schools playing, English, Classical, St. Mary's, and Swampscott, will get a $1,000 scholarship. So it's only fitting that Dougie Mullins should be remembered in a manner that he would be 100% behind, and that's baseball. We got 5 catchers lining up. We're going to have 5 opening pitches.
Throwing out the ceremony of first pitch today, let's welcome Maya, Marcos, Emma, Max, and Nikki.
Family members are going to come out. Young family members are going to come out and throw the first pitch. Derek Dana, the head coach for St. Mary's, assisted by Timmy Phelan, the two of them together. Derek was the catcher, Timmy was the pitcher. They won back-to-back state championships, and as coaches, they've been together for a while. They've won many state titles. They won the last 2. Sean Buckland, Brian Mulvey, Dylan Driscoll, Bryant Dana, and Mike Luciano, assistants. For Lynn Classical, head coach Mike Zukowski and Ricky Mayette, they're family members. And they've been together for a long time. They're also... They got it done. They didn't overthrow, they didn't underthrow, they got it done. Mike Zukowski and Ricky Mayette are also ably assisted by Jay Regato and Patrick Whalen. Mike Zukowski's been around for a long time. He does a tremendous job, along with Ricky Mayette. Derek Dana and Timmy Fowler do a great job for St. Mary's. Classical comes in at 17-2, and they're ranked 35th in their division, Division 2. St. Mary's comes in at 12-6, and they're ranked 13th. This will be the last game for Classical before the tournament. St. Mary's has one more. Memorial Day, 3:30, Monday afternoon. They'll be here taking on St. John's Prep. Flip of the coin determines the coaches have a pick. They can pick the dugout they want or be the home team. I think Glasgow, I think, won the toss and opted to be the home team. So they're in the first base dugout. So they'll be home. St. Mary's will be visitors. For St. Mary's, it'll be Tommy Falaska, the third baseman, leading off. Batting second and playing shortstop, Mike Domeno. The center fielder, Tad Giardina, will bat third. DHing for the second baseman, Jaden Driscoll. Chris Marks will hit in the cleanup spot. Batting fifth and playing right field, Cam McGonigal. Shea Newhall, the first baseman, will hit sixth. Batting seventh and catching, Kyle Doney. And the catcher, Kyle Doney, will be catching his brother, Josh Doney, the pitcher, who will be batting eighth. And picking up the tail end of the batting order will be Seth Sullivan, the left fielder. Kevin Whalen will be on the mound for Glasgow. John DeSea doing the catching behind the plate. Glasgow is virtually a senior team. They've got 12 seniors. Senior night took a month. St. Mary's on the other side only have 5 seniors. But they're important seniors. Tommy Falaska, Tad Giardina, Nick Mesano. Starters for Derek Dana. So we're assuming that neither one of these teams will get a home game, although it's possible St. Mary's could get one. Depending how many teams qualify for the tournament.
Leading off the St. Mary's in the top of the third. Third baseman.
So Tommy Falaska. It's funny, Cam McGonigal is the right fielder for St. Mary's, and Cam McGonigal just finished the game pitching for Swampscott. So I know he didn't do both. Tries the bunt and fouled it right into his face. Popped right into his face. That had to have a sting to it. The trainer who was up in the stands is hustling down. He tried to bunt it, popped right back in his face. I don't know if it hit him in the nose. He might have a bloody nose. The trainer's hustling over to get her equipment to check him out. Right off the bat, we're going to get a pinch hitter. Jared Payon is going to hit for Tommy Falaska. He tried to bunt. The bunt came right up and hit him in the face. Hit him probably in the nose. He had, I'm assuming he had a nosebleed. They tried to there was some blood on the field that they dropped water on to try and clear away. He's in the dugout. Trainer working on him. Pitch on the inside, right in the hands. He swung right through it. Didn't miss by much. So auspicious start with Tommy Falaska getting replaced. Strike 3 called. Mike Domeno, the shortstop. What a year he's having with the bat and the glove. He's having an outstanding year. And he's only a freshman. Squares the bunt, takes it high and away for a ball. Christian Figueroa shortened up at third base. Takes it up and away again. Crowd's been good for a Saturday afternoon. Some people still coming in. All the proceeds go to the Dougie Mullins Scholarship Fund. Domino draws a walk. He becomes the first base runner. Tad Giardina, the center fielder, will be the hitter. Finishing up a great career at St. Mary's. He's outstanding hockey player, very good defenseman. And he's had some huge hits. St. Mary's has been part of their back-to-back state championships. In for a strike. Fishing wide for a ball. Haskell's outfield is very deep for Giardina. Even the right field is way out. Swing and a miss. Ooh, they almost got him. That was close. Domeno just out-touched Spates, the first baseman. Whalen steps off, takes a trip around the mound. Throw goes out into center field. And they overthrow, but he won't go at third. So he gets a stolen base, and the error puts him at third. So Domeno's 90 feet away from getting St. Mary's on top very quickly. Two the count to Giardina. Hit in the air, down the right side. What a play by catcher, couldn't hang on the throw. Great play by the second baseman, Gerardo, to go get that foul tip. We had a sacrifice fly. English got a run on a pop-up to the shortstop, a couple of steps in the outfield. Gerardo took that away from Spates, the first baseman. DeSea tried to catch it and swing his glove behind him to make the tag and couldn't. So the walk, the stolen base, the error, gets St. Mary's on the board. On the pop-up, just a few feet behind first base, Domeno flew down the line and was able to score. In for a strike. This is Chris Marks. He was big part of St. Mary's winning the Super Bowl. Offensively and defensively, he was a very good receiver. Played very well on defense. Big part of that Super Bowl win. Popped up. Brady Warren. That was in on the hands. He just popped it up. So St. Mary's comes out. They don't get a hit, but the walk hurt, and it usually does. The walk, the stolen base, the ball got thrown into center field. He winds up at third. And great hustle by Domeno to score on the pop-up that was just a few feet behind first base. The second baseman, Gerardo, made a great play going to get it. And it looked like the throw might be in time, but it went off the glove of the catcher, and Domeno scores. And before Josh Stoney throws the pitch, he's leading 1-0. For Classical, it'll be Donnell Leon DHing for the catcher, John DeSaya. Batting second and playing second, Almani Gerardo. The shortstop, Brady Warren, will hit number 3. In the cleanup spot, playing first base, Christian Spates. Batting fifth and playing third, Christian Figueroa. The center fielder, Yaniel Cabral, will hit number 6. Pitching and batting seventh, Kevin Whalen. The right fielder, Ethan Chevalier, will hit number 8. And picking up the tail end of the batting order, batting ninth and playing left field, Sam Oanesian. Donnie is virtually the ace of this team. He's only a sophomore. Shane Newhall's a sophomore. Seth Sullivan's a sophomore. Cal Doney's a freshman. Mike Domeno is a freshman. The second baseman, Jaden Driscoll's being hit for, is a sophomore. Very young St. Mary's team. They're probably not going to make it 3 in a row. But a lot of people thought they wouldn't make the state tournament. They were 5-6. They've won 7 in a row. Donnell Leon, DHing for the catcher, John DeSaya, will lead it off for the Rams. So it's the Rams against the Spartans. In for a strike. First base and third base shortened up, expecting Leon to bunt. He goes the other way a lot for base hits in the left field. They're playing very shallow in the outfield. Curveball over but low. Nice pitch by Doney. Down and away. Classical defeated Swampscott to get here. St. Mary's shut out Glen English to get their spot in the championship final. Hit foul to the backstop. I've been watching both Doneys for a while. I had the games when they had Little League tournaments, Babe Ruth tournaments. reaches for it, pops it up. It's going to be a base hit. We goes the other way. They were playing shallow. The third baseman shallow popped it right over the third baseman's head. Domeno had no chance to go get it. So a little pop fly over the third baseman's head to deep shortstop. He beats it easily. He can fly. And they got to worry about him stealing second base right now. Almani Gerardo, the second baseman, takes the pitch for a strike. Tony steps off. The Donnies have playing catch with each other for a long time. Diving back is Leon to first base. He takes off, the bunt is foul. I think he has second base stolen. Gerardo takes that pitch. Weird timeout while Leon ties his shoe. Wide for a ball. We got one spot without an ad sign out in right field. There's a gentleman with a nice comfortable chair getting a good view, watching the game. High for a ball. There's 3 fans sitting out in Buzzy Barton's hill out beyond right field. That belonged to Buzzy Barton, so he could smoke his cigar. Strike 3 call. I think he knew it. One away for Brady Warren. He had a walk and a big double. I think he had another base hit. Knocked in a couple, scored a run in the win over Swampscott. Leon again diving back. Takes off. He got a great pitch to run on. Pitch was down and in. Caldoni had no chance. Just held the ball. So Leon is at second base. Bouncing around. In for a strike. Brady Warren is the Rams shortstop. Also plays basketball. Outstanding golfer, getting a scholarship to college on golf. Curveball drops in. What a nice pitch. Little lollipop curve that dropped in. Tad in the center field is awful shallow. Swing and a miss. So the base hit, strikeout puts a runner at second, but 2 big strikeouts by Donnie. Christian Spates, the first baseman. He was on base every time last night. Leon dancing around trying to get the attention of Doney, trying to disrupt him. They faked the throw. He drove back anyway. Hit foul up in the seats. Doney checking the runner. I'm getting tired watching Leon at second base. He's wearing me out. Hit foul to the backstop. That Leon is lucky he's the designated hitter. At the end of this inning, whatever happens, he can go back and sit down. He doesn't have to go back out and play defense. He'll be a tired young man. He takes off for third base. In with a stolen base. So the tying run is at third with 2 outs. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Strike 3 called. He strikes out the side after giving up the hit. So Glasgow gets as close as third to tie it up, but they're stranded there. St. Mary's wins the first inning. St. Mary's 1, Glasgow nothing at the end of 1. 5, 6, and 7 for St. Mary's. Cam McGonigal, Shea Newhall, Kyle Doney. Kevin Whalen will start his second inning. On the inside corner for a strike. Swing and a miss. With those ad signs all up by the Navigators getting ready, there'll be like a week and a half and they'll be starting. There aren't many places out in the outfield you can sit and watch through the fence. They've taken a lot of them away. Way up. I don't know if he slipped off the mound. He's trying to clear it away, whatever happened. That sailed up and away. Missing wide. Evens the count at 2. Hit foul to the backstop. Chased that pitch. It was way wide. He needed a much bigger bat to hit that pitch. Whalen got a huge break. A lot of help with that strikeout. So Whalen starts the second the way he started the first with a strikeout.
First baseman number 24, Shea Newhall.
Shea Newhall has got some big hits for St. Mary's this year. In for a strike. This is wide for a ball. 1-1. We mentioned Mullins family, relatives, friends, loved ones working here with the admissions, the T-shirts. They very generously gave T-shirts to the 4 teams, and they did it by the colors. Swampscott got blue, Classical got green. He moved the left field a couple of steps towards left center. Called third strike on the inside corner. He was backing away. 2 up, 2 down on strikeouts, 1 swinging, 1 called. Caldoni, the catcher. This is one of the few times I've seen him hit. They usually DH for him. Missing wide for a ball. Wide for a ball. Hit to third. Nice play by the third baseman Figueroa over the Spates. A 1-2-3 inning for Whalen and the Rams. We'll move into the bottom of the second inning. Three strikeouts to go along with the walk, but the walk hurt because the walk came around to score. It'll be 5, 6, and 7 for Glasgow facing Josh Stoney, who gave up a hit, a little infield pop with the infield third baseman drawn in. They hit a little pop-up that stayed in the infield right over the third baseman's head. It landed there. He gave up that base hit. 2 stolen bases, and that enabled Leon to get to third, but Tony struck out the side. 2 called and 1 swinging. So it'll be Christian Figueroa, Yaniel Cabral, Kevin Whalen, the 3 hitters to face Stoney. One nothing St. Mary's as we start the second inning in this Doug Mullins' second championship final. St. Mary's trying to make it 2 in a row. Hit to third. That's Jared Payon. He's the third baseman replacing Velasco, who got, we assume, a bloody nose on that first bunt attempt. He made that nice play on that ground ball. Good curveball, drops in for a strike. Count evens at 2. Daniel Cabral is the center fielder. High and tight for a ball. Just got a piece. Fouls it back. Popped up. It bounces over the shortstop in front of the center fielder. Capral's got a base hit. Just a little love tap right over the shortstop's head in front of the center fielder. And Classical has a base runner with 1 out. Second hit for Classical. Kevin Whalen, the pitcher, will be the hitter. Diving back at first is Cabral. Actually in the bullpen area, but I think it's Velasca out there loosening up. Swing and a miss. Missing wide for a ball. High for a ball. Diving back again at first is Cabral. Swing and a miss. Evens the count at 2. Down and in, and they steal second base. They call it strike 3. I thought it was down and in. It's a call, third strike. I guess I better let the umpire do the umpiring. Actually, I didn't notice the call made because I was watching the runner go to second base. Ethan Chevalier has to do a little soft shoe dance to get out of the way of that one. That was down around his foot, way inside. In for a strike. Waiting to see what this young man Doney will look like when he was a senior. He's only a sophomore. Trying to keep the runner close at second base. They got there before and they stole third. Line shot into center field. Giardina throwing it home. Off just enough for Cabral to score the tying run. Nice throw. Doney tried to make the tag. He had to go 4 or 5 feet to the left of first base, or third base, or home plate, I should say. He caught it, and he just reached out and just couldn't touch him. So 2 out Lightning as Chevalier gets the base hit in the RBI. And we're tied at 1. Sam Owenesian, the left fielder, will be the hitter. Let's see if they try to send Chevalier to second base. Catches the corner with that curveball for a strike. That was close play at the plate. Doney had to go get it off to his left. And just beyond his reach was Chevalier coming in to score. So a big 2-out hit by Chevalier. Hit in the air to center field. Giardina makes the one-handed catch. But a big 2-out hit by Chevalier has got us right back to where we started. Dead even. St. Mary's 1, Glasgow 1, going into the third. 8, 9, and 1 for St. Mary's. Josh Toney, the pitcher, will lead off, so it'll be pitcher against pitcher as we start the third inning. The winner will take home the very nice trophy indicating champion of the second annual Dougie Mullins Memorial Tournament. In for a strike. Josh Toney, Seth Sullivan back to the top of the order, which will now be Jared Payon, I think. Hit foul to the backstop. Quickly 0-2. Wide for a ball. High and tight for a ball. Evens the count at 2. Again, the Classical outfield very deep. Hit foul. Goes the other way, off to the left side. Center fielder is way out in the boondocks. Missing for ball 3. So we had him. Now he's going to come in with a pitch. He'll put him on. Strike 3 called. Good pitch. Fourth strikeout for Whalen. Seth Sullivan, the left fielder, will be the hitter. And on deck is Tommy Falaska. Bunts down the first base line. Nice job by the pitcher. Whalen very quickly off the mound makes the play and throws Sullivan out. So two-way, and Tommy Velasco will come back in the game. Umpires even letting us know. We don't, they never tell us anything. This umpire turned around and let us know. Hit high in the air. They give way to the shortstop, Brady Warren, who makes the play. So a quick 1-2-3 inning. Second 1-2-3 inning for Whalen. He's retired 8 in a row. He'll be back to the top of the order for the Rams in the third. Daniel Leon, Almani Gerardo, Brady Warren. Josh Stoney will start his third inning. Again, a big tip of the hat to all the people, those that donated, those that came to the park and bought tickets, paid the admission price, those that bought the T-shirts, all the people working, helping out the Mullins family, relative, friends, and loved ones, everyone that initially started this great tournament and have kept it going and have done a great job with this second one. It's run very, very smoothly. It's gone very well. And it's baseball, it's games, but it's helping young people, like as Dougie Mullins would want to do. Scholarships be given out to one of each. Slices it the other way again. Bounces in for a base hit. Out at second base. He got the base hit, and he kept going, trying to get two. Second time he's gone the other way. This one was a little bit further. Jaden Driscoll with a nice tag at second base. And good hustle by the left fielder. Seth Sullivan, he had to go a long way to get to the line. He was off the line. Got it, made a good strong throw to second, and they tagged Daniel Leon out. So he gets the hit, but he's out trying to stretch it. On the inside corner, Gerardo wheeled away like he didn't want to get hit, and it was on the inside corner for a strike. Swing and a miss on the curveball. Another curveball breaks in on the hands. He swings right through it. Five strikeouts for Doney. Brady Warren struck out swinging in the first inning. Low for a ball. Hit in the air. Jaden Driscoll, the second baseman, a few feet out in the outfield. So Josh Doney gives up a base hit, but he only faces 3 in the inning. And we still move along with nothing to choose between these two teams, the Catholic Central League St. Mary's, the Greater Boston League Classical, dead even, 1 apiece. 2, 3, and 4 for St. Mary's. Mike DeMano got St. Mary's out quickly. He walked, stole second. They threw the ball into center field trying to get him. Wound up at third. And he scored. He got hit by the pitch. He scored when Tad Giardina hit a little pop-up in foul territory about 15, 20 feet behind first base. And DeMano tagged up and beat the throw home. At the time, giving St. Mary's a 1-0 lead. Tad Eugenia got the RBI, sacrifice pop-up to second base. It hit him. So back-to-back hit batsmen. Whalen had retired 8 in a row after giving that walk to DeMano in the first inning. We're going to get warm-up action for Classical. TJ Walsh is going to loosen up. Pitch is wide. Third baseman, first baseman charging. Brady Waring hustling over to third to cover the bag. Almost threw it away. They had Brady Warren covering when he left. They were hoping when Brady Warren left that DeMano would get off the bag and Geraldo would have a play. Pops it up to the screen, trying to bunt. This is Chris Marks. He popped to the shortstop in the first inning. High and tight for a ball. Again, Spates from first. Figueroa from third. Breathing right down Marks' throat. Popped up, it's going to be a base hit. The run's going to score. Everybody charging. They left the infield wide open. Marks just popped it. What would normally have been an easy play for the shortstop. That would normally may have been an infield fly rule, but there was nobody there to catch it. Warren was hustling to third. First baseman, third baseman charging. The left side was wide open, and he popped it about a step or two to the outfield. Normally an easy play. They bunt, and they push it by, and they got a base hit. McGonigal found a spot. Perfect bunt by McGonigal. Everybody charging. He pushed it by the pitcher. And St. Mary's is going to run in. The base is loaded. Nobody out. And I think we're going to have a pitching change for Classical. TJ Walsh is coming back from the bullpen, looking to see if Mike Sikowski is calling him in. But a bizarre inning, 2 hit batsmen, and then everybody charging the plate. Brady Warren covering third. A pop-up that was virtually to the shortstop. Bounces for a base hit. There was nobody there. The runner from second not only went to third, but scored. And now McGonigal pushes the bunt past the mound. So the bases are loaded. They stay with Whalen. Classical will bring their infield in for a strike. Whalen was called out on strikes his first trip. Hit in the air to left field, coming on, making the play. The throw to the plate. Out at the plate. Great throw. Owenesian. He was coming to the ball, coming to home plate. Perfect throw, nice tag by Desea, and Owenesian got it done with a bullet. In for a strike. The runners move up to second and third. Hit to third. Figueroa makes a nice play. So what looked like a huge advantage for St. Mary's, a run in, bases loaded, nobody out. Owenesian makes the play of the weekend. Coming in, charging, picking that line drive, throwing a dot to Desea, who made the tag on Giardina. St. Mary's does get one to break the tie. Those 2 hit batsmen hurt. But it could have been a lot worse. St. Mary's is up 1. Haskell got out of that cheap. We're halfway through the ball game. St. Mary's trying to make it 2 for 2 in Dougie Mullins' tournament. And they're leading it 2-1. For Classical, it'll be 4, 5, and 6, the hitters. Christian Spates, the first baseman, will lead off the bottom of the 4th. He was called out on strikes his first at bat. In for a strike. A very big thank you to, I believe it was the Navigators concession stand behind us, but somebody sent in pizza. And just in time. So whoever it was, we gave a very big thank you. On the corner for a strike. Evens the count at 2. So Donnie's back on top with a 1-run lead. Which looked like it was going to be a lot more. Hit in the air. Second baseman Jaden Driscoll with the play. Christian Figueroa bounced out third to first. Good curveball for a strike. On the inside corner, quickly 0-2. Slices it down in that grassy knoll behind first base. There goes Mursini Mabah. He's in uniform for Glasgow. He does a great job. Nice young kid. He's the team manager. The kids love him. The coaches love him. He mingles with the players. Helps out whatever they need. Chases all the foul balls. Curveball, and he knew it. He was, before the umpire said strike three, he started to go to the dugout. Perfect pitch with the curve. 6 strikeouts for Doney. Yanil Cabral, the center fielder, single, stole second and scored on Chevalier's 2-out hit at the time, tying the game at 1. In for a strike. Wide for a ball. Down and in for a ball. Hit in the air to right field. McGonigal a couple of steps to his right. Makes the play. First 1-2-3 inning for Doney. Comes in the bottom of the 4th. So we finished 4 here in this Dougie Mullins second annual Memorial Championship final. St. Mary's again trying to make it 2 in a row. They lead it 2-1 over Glasgow. Josh Stoney was called out on strikes. His 1 trip. He'll lead off the 5th inning for St. Mary's. Wide for a ball. Whalen will start his 5th inning. 8-9-1 for St. Mary's here in the 5th. Had to move quickly to get out of the way of that one. On the inside corner. Missed for a ball. Three 1 the count. Hit foul to the screen. It goes full 3-2. Misses for ball 4. Second walk given up. The first walk came around to score a run. And we're going to get a runner at first base. Devin Duval Devin Duvall will run at first base. Jim, 6 at first. They push the bunt down the first base line. Kevin Whalen will pick it up foul. Says Sullivan got thrown out by Whalen his one trip, the pitcher. Figueroa was way in at third base looking for the bunt. They push it down the first base line foul. The ball was off and running at first base. Derek Dana, the coach at third, flashing signs. Diving back. Duvall, he almost took an extra step. He couldn't get the bunt down, but he gets a base hit. He tried to bunt twice and fouled it off. So he said, the heck with it, I'll get a base hit. 2-1, nobody out. For Tommy Palaska. He started the game. He hit the ball, tried to bunt. The ball popped up, hit him. I'm assuming gave him a bloody nose. He had to leave the game. Jared Payon came in and hit for him. He came back in the game and hit for Payon. He gets the bunt down perfectly.
Shortstop, number 27, Michael Camino.
He popped up the short when he pinched hit for Payon. Now he gets the bunt down. Second and third for Mike Domino. He hasn't been at bat officially yet, but he scored 2 runs. He walked and scored, got hit by a pitch and scored. He got the first run to put him ahead 1-0. He scored the second one to give them the lead they have right now at 2-1. Hit the second. He can't get the play at the plate. Duvall will score. The fielder's choice. Domeno gets an RBI. He's on for the third time. First and third. Tad Giardina. His sacrifice pop-up behind first base scored the first run. He got hit by a pitch. And he was the one thrown out at the plate on that great play by Onesian on catching the fly and doubling the runner trying to score. Hit in the air in foul territory. Spates hustles towards home plate, makes the play. Chris Marks popped a shot and dumped the single into center field. He tried to bunt twice. And on the pitch coming to him, everybody charging the plate, think he's going to bunt. Brady Warren going to cover third base so they don't steal third. And he hit a pop-up that normally would have been an infield fly. If Brady Warren was the shortstop, he wouldn't have to move to make the play. but it bounced maybe 1 foot in the outfield, and he got a base hit. DeSaya had a bounce to his right to get that pitch. Hit to third, long throw. Nice play again by Figueroa. But the walk hurt again. First inning walk scored. Fourth inning hit batsman scored. Fifth inning walk scored. So Glasgow being very gracious host here. 1 run on no hits. Yeah, John Stoney will start the bottom of the 5th with an extra run. Little breathing room, leading 3-1. It'll be the bottom 3 in the order. Kevin Whalen, Ethan Chevalier, Sam Owenesian. St. Mary's led 1-0. Glasgow tied it up on a big 2-out hit by Chevalier. Looked like St. Mary's going to break it open. They had a run in, the bases loaded, nobody out. Sam Owenesian made a tremendous play, coming towards home plate, catching the fly ball, throwing a perfect strike to DeSaya to cut down the runner trying to score. And a ground out to third got Glasgow out of the inning with only giving up a run. They got the little breathing room with the 1 run with 1 hit. A ground to the second by Domeno. Brought the run home from third. Hit foul to the backstop. There's that little off-speed curveball dropping in. Chops it towards third. They got to hurry. They just got him at first base. Very nice play by Velasquez. Good strong throw. Nice stretch by Newhall.
Right fielder number 12, Ethan Chevalier.
Ethan Chevalier got the big 2-out hit, knocking in the run. Two quick. I thought it was 2 quick strikes. On the corner again. Chevalier didn't think so. He looked down at Coach Mike Zukowski at third base and just shrugged his shoulders. Chased the curveball. They had to tag him. Curveball broke down and in. He swung right through it. 7 strikeouts for Doney.
Left field number 8, Sam Ohanesian.
Sam Owenesian flying to center field. There's 1 trip. In for a strike. This being Saturday, St. Mary's will be right back here Monday afternoon, taking on St. John's Prep. Hit in the air to center field. Second, 1, 2, 3 in a row. 8 in a row, retired by Doney. We're through 5 innings. Three to 1, St. Mary's over Glasgow. Cam McGonigal, the right fielder, struck out swinging, laid down a perfect bunt. His bunt loaded the bases and looked like St. Mary's were going to really take advantage and really kind of put the game away. High for a ball. 5, 6, and 7 for St. Mary's as we're in the 6th inning. Hit foul to the screen. High for a ball. Hit in the air. Left fielder, center fielder. Onesian finally gets control and makes the play.
First baseman number 24, Shea Newhall.
Shea Newhall struck out, and he was the one that hit the shot to left field. And him and Onesian made the nice running catch and threw the strike home to cut the runner down. Up and away for a ball. Popped up. Figueroa's going to run out of real estate as it's up in the seats. One, two, the count to the spot in first baseman. Onesian, few steps to his left, runs it down. 2 outs by Onesian in the 6th inning. Carlos De La Rosa will hit for Kyle Doney. Carlos is one of the 4 seniors. He had 5, but Jack Marks is hurt. Solid shot, but he got way out in front of it and pulled it foul. One of the guys in the picnic area trying to duck out of the way wound up falling down. Wound up sitting down in the middle of the picnic area trying to get out of the way of that. I think that's a fireman. There's a fire truck parked out in the parking lot. I think those are 2 firemen sitting there, and the fireman just fell down, trying to get out of the way of that foul ball. Popped up. The basket gets right up against his chest. Whalen picks it off. His 3rd 1-2-3 inning. Whalen's retired 5 in a row. He retired 8 in a row earlier. It's getting late for the Rams. They trail 3-1. We're going into the bottom of the 6th. It'll be the top of the order. Darnell Leon's got 2 base hits. He stole 2 bases to get the 3rd in the 1st inning. The 2nd hit, he dumped it into left field. Seth Sullivan made a nice play, getting to it quickly through a strike to second baseman Jaden Driscoll, excuse me. And they got Leon out trying to stretch it to a double. That turned out to be a 1-2-3 inning, even with the hit. Doney has retired 8 in a row. And that started with the base hit by Leon. He got thrown out at second base. Since then, the top of the 3rd, he's retired 8 in a row. So Leon has got 2 base hits and a couple of stolen bases. He was the one that was dancing everywhere. Slices it the other way. They're very shallow in the outfield. Very shallow at 1st and 3rd, too. Looking for a bunt. He gets the bunt down. Outstanding play by Doney, the catcher. Kyle Doney told his brother, stay away. He picked it up and threw a strike, and that's not easy. Doney can fly. Outstanding defense by Kyle Doney. Hit foul out of play. Armani Gerardo has struck out twice. First time call, second time swinging. Hit in the air to right field. He He just barely made it. He was almost thrown out at first base. He's holding his head saying, I had a base hit. They almost took it away. McGonigal almost threw him out at first base. Derek Dana thought he was out. He's coming out to talk to the umpire.
Now batting your shortstop, number 22, Brady Warren.
That's one of those plays where you go out just to speak your piece because you know the umpire's not going to say, you know what, you're right, he was safe, or he was out. Because he made the call the way he saw it. And it wasn't a case of check with the plate umpire, see if his foot was off the base, or it was just a case of we thought he beat the throw. The umpire thought he didn't. You have your say, and you just walk back to the dugout because there's no way the umpire's going to change his decision. Having umpired softball for 37 years, I understand that. So 1 out, 1 on. In for a strike. Tirado, for Glasgow would love to get Tirado around and score to make the 7th inning interesting. Chop foul. One, two, the count to Brady Warren, the shortstop who was struck out and popped to second. Slices it the other way. It's going to go down to that grassy knoll behind first base. They throw the pick off, and he was off the bag, and he's out going to second base. They picked a good time to throw it over. He was on his way. So 2 away. Tony had retired 9 in a row before he gave up that base hit. Strike 3 called. So he gives up the hit, but faces only 3 in the inning. Second time in the game he did that. The other time was when Leon tried to stretch the single to a double. So we finished 6. Glasgow down to their last 3 outs as St. Mary's leading it 3-1 going into the 7th inning. Josh Stoney, Seth Sullivan, Tommy Falaska, 8, 9, and 1. Josh Stoney struck out, drew a walk, and Devin Duvall running for him scored on that. He scored from third on a little slap at the second base by Domeno to give Doney an extra run to work with, made it 3-1 at the time. And that's where we are now, 3-1. St. Mary's only has 3 base hits. Glasgow's out hitting him 5-3. That one, we've seen a few of those go way behind the hitter. Tony draws another walk. 3 walks given up. Duval will run for him again. Mike Sukowski coming out. And we're going to get a change. TJ Walsh will take over for Kevin Whalen on the mound. TJ Walsh will be the new pitcher. So Whalen, he only gives up 3 base hits. He pitched very well. 3 hits, 3 runs. He struck out 5. He walked 3, hit 2. 2 of the walks scored. 1 of the hit batsmen scored. So the hits, 1 base hit knocked in a run. The other 2 hits didn't do anything. So there's only 1 of the 3 hits that meant anything. But hit batsman, walk, hurt. One of the walks scored on every, the other one scored on that fielder's choice. The fielder's choice ground ball, the second base scored a run. Seth Sullivan, he'll be looking for a bunt here. Fouls it off. Pushes the bunt down the first base line. They better hurry, they're not going to get him. St. Mary's now has 4 hits in the game. On the corner for a strike. So 2 on, nobody out. Velasquez is popped to short and sacrificed. Pops the bunt up. Too far for Desai to go get it. St. Mary's trying to get a little extra breathing room for Doney in the 7th inning. They're leading 3-1. They got 2 on and nobody out. They don't need the sacrifice. The runners will move up. So it's 2nd and 3rd and nobody out. Wide for a ball. Solid shot to third. They hold the runner. Nice job again by Figueroa. He's done a nice job at third base. Solid shot by Velasquez, but right at the third baseman. Michael Domeno has walked, got hit by a pitch, and his little slap to second base, the fielder's choice, knocked in a run, so he's got an RBI. He's on base 3 times. He's also scored 2. So he's been involved in all 3 runs, scoring 2 and knocking in 1. Solid shot to right field. Far enough, this will bring in the run. Domeno gets his 2nd RBI. Hit that Pretty well for a freshman.
Center field number 15, Ted Giardina.
Tad Giardina popped to second, getting an RBI when the runner scored from third. Got hit by a pitch, popped to the first baseman. Up and away for a ball. Hit the shot. Brady Warren with a nice play. Nice stretch by Spates. But St. Mary's gives Doney an extra run to work with. 3 outs away from winning this one and making it 2 in a row in the Dougie Mullins tournament. 4-1. St. Mary's as we go into the bottom of the 7th. Christian Spates will look to get something started. He has struck out and popped to second. First baseman for the Rams. 4, 5, and 6. Doney 3 outs away from giving St. Mary's their 13th win and their 8th in a row. On the inside corner for a strike. Good curveball for a strike. Curveball just missed. Slices it foul up in the seats. So we'll do the two pitch again. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Nine strikeouts for Doney. Hit right by the third baseman. Solid shot. Figueroa ripped that one right by Velasca. Cabral got a big hit. Stole a base and scored the first run to tie the game up back in the second inning. He flied to right the last time. High for a ball. Easily back, Figueroa. Nice stop. They threw it in the dirt at second base. The error. Velasca made a great stop. I think he hurried a little bit, maybe hoping he could get a double play. Threw it in the dirt. Cabral will reach on the error. His foul. This is T.J. Waltz who came in to pitch. So Classical has the tying run at home plate. with one out. High and away for a ball. Up and away again. Swing and a miss. The 2-2 pitch up and coming. Swing and a miss. Classical down to their last out. 10 strikeouts for Doney.
The right fielder, number 12, Ethan Gavalier.
Hit to third. Velasquez makes the play. And St. Mary's will make it 2 in a row, winning the Mullins tournament. They win it 4-1 over the Rams, beating English and now beating Glasgow. So Catholic Central League knocks off Greater Boston League twice. St. Mary's got on the board in the first inning. Domeno drew a walk, stole second. The throw went into center field. He went to third. Pop-up short, not very far behind first base in foul territory. Caught by the second baseman, Gerardo, but tagging up Domeno beat the throw home. It was 1-0. St. Mary's tied it up in the second inning. Cabral got a base hit, stole second, scored on the 2-out hit by Chevalier. It was 1-1. St. Mary's looked like they were blowing it open in the fourth inning. 2 hit batsmen started the inning. A base hit by Mark scored a run. A base hit by a bunt single by McGonigal loaded the bases with nobody out. Sam Onesia made a tremendous play, charging from left field, caught the semi-line drive, threw a strike to the plate and cut the runner down. And St. Mary's would only get 1 in the inning, but they broke the tie and made it 2-1. They added a run in the fifth. Doney drew a walk. Duval running for him. Went to second on Sullivan's base hit. Got sacrificed by Velasquez to third. And on a slap by Domeno to second base, Duval running scored the run to make it 3-1. And then in the seventh inning, a leadoff walk to Doney. Sullivan got his second hit. Wild pitch moved them up. A sacrifice fly by Domeno again. Knocked in the fourth run. It was 4-1, and that was it as they made it 4-1, and that was the final score. For St. Mary's, Domeno was outstanding. Walked, got hit by a pitch, reached on the fielder's choice, had a sacrifice fly. He knocked in 2 and scored 2. And when you consider that St. Mary's only scored 4, he was involved in all 4 runs. Tagliadina had a sacrifice pop-up, got hit by a pitch. Chris Marks had an RBI single. Josh Doney walked twice. Duval running for him scored twice. Seth Sullivan had 2 hits. And Doney did the job on the mound. He gave up 6 base hits. He spread them out well. 4 of them came in the first 3 innings. Gave up 6 hits, struck out 10, didn't walk a batter, and was outstanding on the mound. And they win it by a score of 4-1. St. Mary's will make it 8 in a row, going to 13-6. Glasgow will go to 17-3. Glasgow will now get ready for the state tournament. St. Mary's will get ready for St. John's Prep here on Monday afternoon at 3:30. And now we'll have the presentation at home plate. The Mullins family and relatives will make the presentation to St. Mary's for the second year in a row. They win the Mullins tournament. They'll present it to Derek Dana and the captains. We're waiting for the presentation. They have the microphone down there. So Domeno was outstanding. Scoring 2, knocking in 2, accounting for all 4 runs. And St. Mary's certainly has momentum going into the tournament. And they'll get a chance to keep it going against the Prep. They were supposed to play the Prep, I think, last Monday night or Tuesday night, whatever. They had that incident at St. John's Prep, and they had to cancel the game. And then they were going to play it Monday in the morning at the Prep. Now they're playing it here at Fraser at 3:30 in the afternoon. So they've got one more game left. Glasgow finishes up. They'll get ready for the state tournament. So 2 in a row by St. Mary's as they win it by a score of 4-1 over the Rams. And we're getting set for the presentation at home plate for the trophy. Ricky Mayette doing the honors, announcing. I think he was somehow related to Dougie.
We also want to thank everyone who has donated and contributed to the Doug Mullins Memorial Tournament Fund. Your support and generosity will allow us to provide a scholarship to each participating high school in Doug's honor.
Everybody that came, those that paid admission, those that worked on the tournament, the people that sponsored everything, all the donations, everything goes to the scholarship fund where there'll be a $1,000 scholarship given to each of the 4 schools. They'll make the presentation, the trophy, to the St. Mary's team. And you'll add it to that. They've had what a tremendous run St. Mary's has had. It's never happened in the city of Lynn before. They had 4 teams. The football team won the Super Bowl. The St. Mary's girls basketball team won the state championship. I don't know who that is because I don't know what the number is because he's wearing his Mullins shirt and I didn't hear the announcement. But the St. Mary's boys basketball team went to the state final, and the girls hockey team went to the state final. 4 teams made it to the state final, and they won 2 of them, and now they win the Mullins tournament for the second year in a row. Congratulations to St. Mary's, Derek Dana. Congratulations to the Glasgow team finishing up a tremendous season at 18-2. 17-3. We wish them both outstanding success in the state tournament up and coming. And the Mullins tournament is in the books for the second year. And again, outstanding. Congratulations to everybody involved in the Mullins tournament. Another great success. And we're looking forward to Mullins tournament number 3 in 2024. So 4-1, St. Mary's wins it for the second year in a row. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.